Thank you so much. I was gonna drown.
Yeah, we haven't finished yet. The nurse needs to give you a checkup.
Who's the nurse?
I'm the nurse.
Yeah.
I'm the nurse. I'm a registered nurse. I'm gonna give you mouth to mouth. Wait here. Wait here.
Don't move.
One thing that skilled YouTubers have in common is that they're able to express themselves with the same common vocabulary over and over again without seeming repetitive. And I think the main reason for that is most viewers, even in today's standard where filmmaking is more accessible and ordinary than ever, are still pretty numb towards film language. Most people don't mind the camera angle, care for the blocking, or even realize the mix as much as I think they should. And I think veteran YouTubers like these are the most insightful because you better be really good at what you're doing to be able to make the same technique work out every week for years without drawing attention to it. And a good example of this is the work of Theo and Nathan Sadin in their show Superwog. The premise of their series is very simple. They're two actors who portray stereotypical suburban Australian behaviours in the form of short skits, but the way they do it, more importantly the way they make it work, baffles me all the time. Mainly because every skit are literally dominated by two and only two types of camera setups. That's it.
That's about it.
Well, not literally two types of shots, but I think I can at least streamline the library into two families of camera angles.
Fuck, but this is fucked.
For the sake of explanation, let's connect the major elements of a conventional scene involving two characters into a shape. Point A is subject A, point B is subject B, and point C, the camera, aka a triangle. Every talking scene has a triangle, well, at least everyone with two people. The shape of the triangle dictates the proximity between the camera and the subjects, the relationship between the subjects, and how the audience perceives this relationship. Each triangle has its own personality and each scores a different effect. I spent the better half of this month in front of my computer and I revisited nearly every Superwog video I've ever watched, and it's clear that their triangular placement is no accident. Every single one is deliberate, and it's no doubt that the desire to favor one thing over another is very specific. Every Superwog video is about interactions, and it's mainly two types of interactions, and yes, I made these terms up again. The first type is what I called a victim scene.
Okay, sir, you're in an exit row. Are you willing and able to help in the event of an emergency?
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. You fucking block the exit. Swap with that guy. Fucking homeless belly dancer over here.
These are the scenes where we see the interactions between Superwog and the victims of their craziness.
Sit down, you French fuck!
When the Satan Brothers film scenes like these, the triangle is often obtuse. You see a lot of singles over the shoulders and quite a bit of shot reverse shots.
And you are?
Yeah, I'm her legal guardian.
Right.
What are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do now? What?
This is because the relationship between Superwogs and the victims are never on the same side. It's either an argument or a savage bully. The two basically plays a polar opposite role, and it's clear that's what the Satan Brothers want to show. Shot reverse shots are especially good when you need to see a reaction.
Should we rebirth him? I don't know, only good thing is probably the knees and shit. If they're looped up, I'll take it.
And when you want to show a power relationship.
10 out of 10. Very good work.
Nerd!
Funny, huh? He's laughing, but in a couple of years, this cunt's gonna be your landlord.
The second type is, let's say, wog scenes. Shut the fuck up, cunts. These are scenes where we speculate the interactions between the two Superwog brothers, and it's more energetic than anything you see on screen. Unlike the triangle between victims, the two brothers are always placed next to each other. Instead of an obtuse triangle, the triangle becomes equilateral. Well, more or less. It basically gives us the impression that they're on the same side, like always on the same side.
By letting him almost drown to death, we saved 1,000 other peoples. It taught every other dumb cunt who can't swim not to get into the water.
And it works. Most of the scenes between the two Superwog brothers are highly energetic. So apart from being a compositional decision, it's also kind of forcing them to place the camera this way. I mean, can you imagine trying to shoot this scene with over the shoulders?
Did I take pre-workout? I fucking put 180 kilos on there. I did one rep. It was fucking awesome.
And even when they're placed at a distance from each other, the scenes never frame the camera to show isolation, even if it means to have to pan the camera uncomfortably.
Now, for your safety demonstration.
Alright, listen up. You got one life jacket. This is the only life jacket we got.
And when involving both victims and wog elements all in one scene, you get full coverage.
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Are you fucking
do that,
right?
Debbie? What's that? Let's stab him. Guys, hey, is everyone alright here? You alright?
Is your mum alright? You fucked his car, bro.
Are you fucking blind?
Mate, you came into my lane.
I was indicating.
Doesn't matter, you did an illegal U-turn.
Who hit who? Who hit who? You hit us.
What are you talking about?
Wait, who hit who?
Another thing the equilateral triangle is good at is maintaining dialogue rhythm. A large part of the energy in their performance is done by having them talk over each other, and only something like a 2-shot can contain this.
That dispatcher K Patterson, Sydney Castle. Just requiring a positive ID check.
Positive ID on your mum's pussy.
Not like this.
Theo! Come here now!
What?
I am in a lot of pain.
Yeah, and?
What? Did I interrupt you? You cannot help your father?
I'm in the middle of meetings, Dad.
With who? Your dick?
What do you want?
This is a medical emergency.
The clip you're seeing right now is from a 22-minute feature-length episode of the Superwog Extended Universe titled Superwog Series Pilot. With a bigger budget, some of the technical crafts usually handled by the Satan brothers themselves had to be handed over to hired professionals, namely the camera and the editing suite. And because none of them understand the essence of this rhythm, they ruin it by placing the camera directly between the two and cutting on every single line.
You embarrass me! You are the son of a dog!
Yeah, I know I am, dumbass.
You better get used to this life, boy!
Yeah? Well, guess what? I'm leaving. That's it.
But in their own production, the Satans place the camera according to the relationship between characters.
Can I get a Fanta, please?
Fanta?
For example, here Theo plays a flight attendant who confronts a passenger. Just by putting them in two singles, we know that they're two opposing parties.
Yeah, Fanta.
Let me get my supervisor. Hey! He wants a Fanta.
When Nathan steps in, we get a nice 2-shot. This tells us that Nathan is on Theo's side, and the scene pays off with them both harassing the passenger.
But isn't this bloke on a flexi sofa?
Yeah, he is.
Why would you give him another
I
phone?
don't know. He's...
Don't ask for another one.
Relax.
Ultimately, watching Superwog taught me an important lesson about comedy. You see, comedy is always about drawing contrast. Contrast that allows us to laugh at a character along with another character, or just to laugh at them as an audience member. And the key to making this contrast visible is to place the audience in the right perspective. And to achieve that, over the years, Superwog has hardlined us to look at the entire comedic universe under two simple perspectives. Second person.
You wear an active wear, are you even active? Are you even active?
Third person.
Don't ever do that again, alright? Don't ever do that to me again! Ask her for a beer!
I don't want a beer.
Yes, you do!
It's for you, Dad. I'm not doing that for you.
Ryan, ask her for a beer now, otherwise I'll break the bottle on your fucking head!
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. We've just hit 13,000 subscribers, so that's certainly a milestone to remember. And while I was away, we've actually hit 1 Patreon subscriber. From now on, I will get $1 US for every video I make, so whoever that is, thank you very much.